Happy Yule, Happy Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy whatever you like to do to celebrate this time of year. Us humans have been doing something for thousands of years. We're now into the winter, and there's all sorts of fun and exciting holiday excitement, and we want to be with our loved ones. This is my boy Chip, and yeah. So I did not get to do as much Christmas-related content as I would like. It was a quick. It seems like you blink and it seems yesterday was Halloween. That's how quickly it went. And then like half a day ago was Thanksgiving. So crazy. It went by so quick. And I guess, when you're a kid, it seems to drag, but when you're an adult and you have like 50 billion things to do to make sure that your kiddo has a wonderful holiday season, you just lose time, and then there's work and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, I didn't get a chance to talk many a movie. I've watched a couple of, I didn't even get a chance to watch them as many as I'd liked. But I did get to see some of my favorites, Christmas Vacation. Let's talk Christmas Vacation. I saw that in theaters. It was when I was a kid. And it's even better as an adult. Because when you're a kid, you're looking at Clark as this big goofy dad. And then when you're an adult and you're big and goofy, you kind of empathize with a dude just wanting to give his family the best Christmas and everything going wrong. And being a gigantic doofus does not help. And it's amazing. It's so funny and so, oh man. Family dynamics, man. It's so wonderful. And it's just, for being a big goofball, he is just that right brand of smart ass. Bend over and I'll show you. And it's just wonderful. It's a movie. I don't watch a lot of Christmas movies during the year, but I will watch A Christmas Vacation throughout the year because it's just that good. It's my favorite of those movies too. The first three. I think I've seen all of Vegas Vacation. It's okay. And then I haven't seen any other ones. You know how that goes. So we got to get that one off first. It's just awesome. It's so good, but it does have heart. It's easy to be. It could have, a lot of Christmas comedies are kind of cynical, and I just don't like that. It's like there's two things I like to watch at Christmas: violent movies. Die Hard is the key one. I like Lethal Weapon. We'll get to Lethal Weapon. I think Lethal Weapon's more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard is. But I like violence, or I like wholesome stuff. And oh goodness, somebody has fireworks going already. Ooh. Anyway, or gunshots, maybe. We're in New Mexico after all. But I like wholesome family goodness, violence. Those mix. A little sparkle of each. That's why I think something like Scrooged is so good, Bill Murray and Scrooge, where it's an adult telling. As a kid, I loved it, and I got it in Bill Murray's Bill frickin' Murray. But as an adult, you get how you could be bitter at the world for not getting everything that you can understand where Mr. Cross is coming from, and that he learns a valuable lesson, and it's wonderful and it's heartwarming, but it's pretty grim and gruesome. Hands down, Scrooged has the best ghosts of Christmas, present, past, future, all that funsy stuff. Just nails it. And that creepy, awesome Ghost of Christmas Future is just perfect. He's perfect. Doesn't have to say a dang word. Just be scary and ominous, and man, the creature effects in that movie, A++. But yeah, so man, Scrooge. So I got to see Scrooge. Wonderful movie. I could probably watch that one throughout the year too, because this is Bill Murray being Bill Murray, and Richard Donner directed it. Richard Donner likes Christmas movies because Lethal Weapon. I know Mel Gibson sucks. It sucks. He's not the nicest human being in the world. Strangely enough, my TV over there was on one of his movies recently that he shot in southern New Mexico. I need to see the movie just to get a screen grab. But they were doing 80s, and they needed an 80s TV setup, and look at this place. But anyway, I digress. Lethal Weapon is an amazing movie, amazingly well written. It has incredibly well acted, and it's an awesome action movie. It's like 80s action movie. Like the 60s had westerns, spaghetti westerns. The 70s had violent crime movies, you know, the Dirty Harrys and then the Billion Copycats. The 80s kind of added a little humor to it and added the buddy comedy, violent R-rated comedy. We don't get that much anymore. But Lethal Weapon was while it wasn't the first, it's probably the best. I guess 48 Hours and Beverly Hills Cop are wonderful, but there's so much to like about Lethal Weapon. It has Tom Atkins. It has Tom Atkins getting shot by Gary Busey from a helicopter, and it goes through him and then through his eggnog. What's more Christmas than that? There's a shootout in a Christmas tree lot over drugs. It's Christmas movie. It really is a Christmas movie. Stop scratching my couch, boy. Anyway, it is really a Christmas movie. Die Hard is, yes, it's a Christmas movie. It takes place on Christmas. Bro, be good. Here we go. You can literally scratch me. I'm cheap. These are Levi's. They're not expensive. This couch is. Anyway, yes, Die Hard. Die Hard, I have not watched it yet. I'll probably put it on Christmas morning. And it's awesome because, again, it took the violent cop of the 70s and gave it some humor. And it does kind of do a buddy comedy thing because him and Reginald VelJohnson's character do have a good rapport, and they joke around. And man, Hans Gruber, one of the best villains ever in movies, so good. Yeah, Rambo technically is during Christmas, or we should say First Blood, because there's no Rambo 1. It's called First Blood. Not definitely a more serious movie, but it takes place, if you look around, it's Christmas in that town that he destroys with an M60. Fun movie. Rambo is an acquired taste. If you're from the 80s, you love it. If you're not, you're like, it's ridiculous over the top stuff. But the first one definitely was more grounded and stuff like that. So give it a watch for Christmas. One of my favorite movies ever, the best movie of 1997, hands down, was not Titanic. It was LA Confidential. The beginning part of the movie and what gets the plot going takes place on Christmas. It's talking about Christmas. Bud beats up that guy who's knocking around his wife, and he pulls his Christmas decorations off. The Christmas party at the station is what's the cause of the goings on of that complicated and exceedingly well written movie. It's weird. Noirs generally have to be really well written and executed because they're just about pacing and timing and trap snapping and double crosses, which LA Confidential has in spades. So if you've never seen LA Confidential, you need to stop what you're doing and go watch LA Confidential. It is one of my favorite movies, top 5. But we talk about the violent stuff, and then we go to the stuff, you know what you liked when you were a kid. And there's so many, it doesn't happen anymore, but there's like those small, there's of course the stop motion stuff, but there's so many cartoon-based Christmas movies. Like, I have the same copy of Garfield Christmas that I've had since I was 10. It's amazing. It's funny. Garfield is awesome. Yesterday, we had a recorded, when I was talking to my brother today about it. I was excited. I picked up a copy of Mickey's Christmas Carol on tape, and I found it this week at a thrift store. That is, you want to, it gets a little dusty when the old Christmas carols start coming on. That and Muppet Christmas Carol, it gets a little dusty in here. A little teary-eyed on those. But you watched when you were a kid, they were amazing. And, as a kid, you don't see what poor old Bob Cratchit's going through. You can't quite get everything about A Christmas Carol, but it's about, you can get the redemption thing, and it's wonderful. But then you, as an adult, with a kid, oh goodness. Mickey, the movie's 40 years old. And the book is 170 years old. Seeing Mickey in the future in that one, woof. Tears. Rough, but it's so amazing. And it's just a very simple telling of it. You put Donald Duck and Mickey in it and Goofy, and it's heartwarming and awesome. So I like violence. I like heartwarming. One of the best memories I have as a kid was we would watch this movie called Santa and the Three Bears. I've watched it with my mom since I was I can remember when I was 4 or 5. So, that was almost 40 years ago. That was 37 years ago. And it's just wonderful. It brings back those memories. And while it's probably not something that anyone else has watched, me and my brother and my mom remember it fondly because we watched that. And of course, I would be remiss to not mention my cousin we were on a group message on social media. We were talking about, she bought herself as a treat the California Raisins Christmas. If you've never, that's a hard one to explain. That's like explaining the way things were to a kid. It's like, hey, yeah, there was this ad that was claymation for raisins, and it took the country by storm. And they made a Christmas special out of it, and it's very hard to come by. But it is awesome. You should go see it. There's a wonderful scene that is hilarious of some penguins. Instead of wassailing, of course, they're waddling. Oh my goodness, as a 5-year-old, A++ humor there. But anyway, I digress. Christmas, awesome time, good time for movies. Definitely one of those things where physical media definitely came into play because you'd always try and record it on, ABC, the Frosty the Snowmans and all that stuff. Hey, leave Mr. Bips alone. Mr. Bips, the black Christmas cat, is now under the tree. He's now discovered the tree because it's lit more, because it's almost Christmas. And he's just enjoying his Christmas. You're gonna come here and get on camera, Mr. Bips? Come here. You're gonna be nice? Come here. Guess not. He's he's a producer. He's behind the scenes. He's not on-air talent. But anyway, I guess what I would end with is, what was your guys's? Tell me what you guys watched. What was your favorite thing? If I could only watch one Christmas movie, it'd probably be Christmas Vacation. If I could only watch one violent Christmas movie, it would be Lethal Weapon. And if I could only watch one kids type of thing, oh man, that's the hardest one. Probably Garfield Christmas. Nice thing about Garfield Christmas too is I think it's on YouTube, and it's not like somebody loading it up. I think the fine folks at Big Garfield have put it up for everybody in all the holiday specials. They're all pretty dang good. Santa and the Three Bears is public domain, so if you have a spare 30 minutes and want to see some adorable bears learn about Christmas from a ranger, and their mom's just tired because she wants to go hibernate because it's way late to be hibernating because you're a bear. Wholesome stuff. Didn't even mention, I think I saw in theaters, my mom took us. Ernest Saves Christmas. I have it on tape. I'm going to probably pop that in the next couple of hours, days, because I have not seen that movie since the 90s. So yeah, Christmas time. It's wonderful. We're all lucky. If we're here talking about videotapes and waxing poetic about the past, it's not a bad thing. So I think in the next, I will do a video on what my favorite movie was this year, and I'm going to do 2 categories. I'm going to be favorite new movie, because new is awesome. It's probably pretty easy because it's an amazing movie. It's not hard to think about which one it is. And famous discovered movie that I'd never seen, that like that thing you never watched and it's 30 years old. And it's like, so my favorite movie I saw this year is not a brand new movie, or it could be. We're going to talk about that stuff. But anyway, thank you all for watching this ridiculous stuff. I hope you have a wonderful holiday. Shout out to the Ghoul Squad. I saw one of those fine gentlemen at the New Mexico Bowl last weekend in beautiful Albuquerque, New Mexico. So shout out to them. It was nice to see them. I need to go to Carlsbad and, I don't know, talk movies with them sometime. Go see a horror movie out there. But anyway, you all have a wonderful Christmas. Thank you for watching. Be safe. Don't go out New Year's. I had a manager and friend, Mr. Harry Day, would always say that days like New Year's and Cinco and St. Patrick's Day are rookie drinkers' holidays. You don't want to be out, so don't go out. And if you do go out, get an Uber. And if you're doing an Uber, make sure it's a good, big, old, safe car. And be safe. Have fun. Merry Christmas to all. And to all. Oh, there's a kitty cat over there. And all a good night. You all have a wonderful evening. Thank you.